Well, it's been a long time, but we finally got this started. The Olive Tree Podcast is here. I am Chase Oliver, and with me is none other than Trio Woe Show member
Justin Peck.
Yep, we're here, and we're actually doing this. I know many are surprised. I'm actually doing. We're doing something, but we're here to talk about sports and professional wrestling and whatever the fuck we want. Make sure you guys subscribe to us and our own separate channels, Chase Oliver 68 and the Tree of Woe Show. Subscribe to that. Check it out. But now it's time to talk about some wrestling and sports. Now, professional wrestling, we've seen it. The Faction, as many people are guessing, with CM Punk, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. And they've been wreaking havoc this week on Monday Night Raw. They took out Kane. And last couple weeks, they've been targeting Ryback. We got the main event, Ryback and CM Punk. What are your thoughts about these guys coming in at this time?
I mean, I can't tell if it's like, I don't know if this was like a planned thing where, I mean, but what in WWE has ever been planned months in advance? Or was this just them saying, oh shit, we don't know how to make Ryback lose and still make him look credible. So, okay, you three, Seth Rollins, people have heard of you. Dean Ambrose, people like you. Roman Reigns, you're big. Just go up there, and you guys are going to start something right now. And they were like, oh, shit, okay. I don't know if it was like that or if they've actually been planning this. I'm not a big indie guy, so I don't know a lot about Dean Ambrose. I know a lot about Seth Rollins just because I saw him at WrestleMania Access, met him and all that stuff. So I started looking him up. So when I saw him at Survivor Series, I freaked out, kind of how people were freaking out when they saw Dean Ambrose. But, I mean, it's different. It's something. I liked the promo they cut today where they basically said, we're not the Nexus. If you're looking for the NWO, go buy the DVD. They're their own thing. And if nothing else, I'm interested to see where it goes. And that's not something that happens often lately.
Yeah, because the WWE has been stale, man. I mean, straight up. I like
watch sometimes.
I know, because Raw, it's like the same old fucking matches. SmackDown, like, you stopped doing SmackDown reviews. A lot of reviewers that we know stopped doing SmackDown reviews. Why review SmackDown? I mean, I was watching this one guy, and he said, I'd rather just watch a main event because they tell me what the fuck is going on, and plus I get one good 30-minute match. And I said, yeah, why don't I start doing that? But yeah, I'm interested in the Faction as well. I hope it succeeds. My only problem with this is at the time they're coming back, and I said this in my Faction video, was that The Rock is coming back soon. And do you expect me to see these three fucks take out The Rock?
Hell no.
I mean,
hell no.
Look at the old days. The Rock would come in the ring with all of DX, all of the invasion, when the WCW, ECW invasion was going on. Like, he would go in the ring and kick those people's asses. Why would I believe that he would get his ass kicked by Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns?
Exactly.
Who do you think's the odd one in the group? I say Roman Reigns because like a lot of people are kind of shaky about him. I think he has the most potential though out of this group. I think Roman Reigns could become the star out of this group, like the hidden star.
He looks the most like what the WWE is looking for. I think he's just the most out of place. I mean, he's not the most out of place by his look. It's just because no one knows who he is.
Yeah.
Like the indie people know the other two, and this guy was just like, who the hell is this muscly guy? But yeah, he definitely looks the part of future star. If you knew nothing else about him, he definitely looks it more than the others.
Yeah, I really do like Roman Reigns. Like, I'm not a huge Seth Rollins fan. Never been a fan of Tyler Blackass. That's his name, Tyler Blackass, to me, because I don't care about him that much. Like, I know he's a work in progress. I know that he's a athlete to the extreme. Like, he's a rare breed of an athlete. But I'm not a huge fan of him. Dean Ambrose, I do like. It's just like, why does Punk need these guys? That's my question. Why does CM Punk, our 365-plus day champion, need a bunch of guys to help him out, you know?
Mm-hmm. That makes sense, for sure.
I mean, Ryback, especially for Ryback, I understand Ryback, he's big and strong, and like you said, maybe they just threw this out there because they needed a way to make Ryback lose credibility. Lose to the way where it makes sense. Like,
right.
I mean, Ryback is good and all. Like, Ryback is a great character for the WWE. I think that he has a lot of ways to go, but really, to be honest, I think that they put him in a bad situation by giving him all these title shots. I think it's just way too soon for him to get these title shots. Not to mention it hurts him down the road where you see this big old feed me more type of guy, and he's getting his ass kicked by 3 guys that nowhere near the size of him and CM Punk. It just hurts him a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And especially now, something I don't really like it all that much is now that he's starting to he's like cutting promos now. It's like that's the one thing that made him different from everybody else is that he showed up, kicked ass, and left. He didn't show up and say, "I'm angry now. I want to fight all the people." He sounds like a Cookie Monster. I want to fight. Like, no, you just roll up, you say, "Feed me more." They give you more, and you beat the shit out of them, and then you go backstage. Now he's like, "I'm the food chain. I'll fight everybody." I'm like, stop talking. Like, it's ruining the one thing that he had that was like different from everybody else. He was like this indestructible guy.
I mean, like when Kane first debuted, like everyone loved Kane because Kane didn't talk for shit. Kane was just like a badass. Like everyone's like, "What's Kane? Who's Kane? Oh, Kane looks sick. Look at that red mask. Like red's a good color to look at. I mean, it's not hard on the eyes. I mean, Kane just had something where it's just like, yes, this guy is awesome because he doesn't talk. He just kicks ass. And now Ryback, it's like they're trying to make him like act like he's not human. He's supposed to be like this Terminator wrecking machine. Now it's showing that he is human and he is like, you know, I agree. I just don't like it. But speaking of shit that stinks, what about Cena and AJ? Do you think something's going on there?
I don't. I've heard every time I look on Twitter, people are always like, "Oh, this is the most entertaining part of the show," and I'm thinking, really? I mean, I don't hate it by any means, but I definitely don't really care, if that makes sense. Like, I guess I can see why they're doing it in a way, but at the same time, I don't agree with it. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like I can see their stance, but at the same time, like, do we really need to be doing this? Like, it just seems so AJ Styles TNA sort of thing.
Yeah, I wonder, are Cena and AJ actually doing shit in real life? I mean, come on.
So. For Cena's sake. Get in there, John.
John needs to. I mean, he's getting a divorce. I mean, I don't think he cares. I mean, I bet you every diva, they probably fucked him already, so it doesn't matter.
If not, they're trying. Exactly.
I mean, oh, by the way, did you see the WWE Soup edition after Raw?
I did see that. I taped it, and then I watched it, like, right before we were on here, actually.
Okay, was it any good? Because I taped it, so I need to know if if it's...
It was, I don't know. I mean, some parts were okay, but some parts they were just trying way too hard. Like, that's all I can really say is, like, what was one? I don't know. It's just the people that were, like, it was Hornswoggle, Miz, Eve, Brodus Clay, Daniel Bryan. There was one part. The funniest part was Daniel Bryan's part. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so Daniel Bryan's part was funny, but like with the Cena storyline and stuff, like obviously we know this is going to help Dolph Ziggler facing John Cena, but they had the match on Raw and Cena and Cena won. So like, what does this do for Ziggler? Like, is there a pay-per-view match going on? Like, I don't even know if there's a pay-per-view match.
Nothing's been announced. Like, I would imagine so, because what else is Cena going to do? And unless they end up, like, Cena and AJ versus Dolph and Vicky, and then I just leave the room.
What about Tamina? Like, Tamina was introduced for no reason then?
True.
Like,
well, yeah, they introduced her, and then tonight she was just in a match by herself and had nothing to do with Vicky or whatever, so I don't know what's going on there.
Oh God! Like, to be honest here, I don't
continuity.
Like at first it felt like okay, they have a clear direction, you know, Punk and Foley. Then after that Raw, everything just like exploded. Everything just was like, we gotta change everything up. It's like why? What?
Like it went from it was Team Punk versus Team Foley, and you're like, okay, so they'll have this. And then maybe Punk and Foley will do something down the line. That'll be cool. Punk against like an old legend, hardcore kind of guy. Maybe they can have some crazy match where it's kind of like what Mick Foley did for Orton in that match, where it was just blood, just hardcore and stuff.
And Edge also.
So, and then all of a sudden they say, oh, well, now it's Team Ziggler. And you're like, oh, sweet. I remember like a couple months ago, people were saying Ziggler should work a feud with Foley and, you know, the same sort of thing. So you're thinking, okay, cool. And then after Survivor Series, it's like, oh, I don't like John Cena. Mick Foley completely gone. No mention of anything.
Yeah, and you would think it would make sense for CM Punk to attack Foley or have Foley be like Ryback's mouthpiece for this time, because that way it will have sentimental connection when he faces The Rock, because he's facing The Rock and Foley are friends and all that other stuff. And at this point, I know it sounds sad to say, I just want to see The Rock as WWE champion. I'm being real honest here. I just can't wait till it's a Royal Rumble. I see the people's elbow gets hit on Punk. One, two, three, that arena explodes and Rock holds that spinner belt and then throws it to the ground, brings out his own belt and holds it high in the sky. Like it's sad to say, but that's what I'm excited for the most, and that's sad.
I don't think I even need to say that's what I'm looking for.
I mean, it's like we're more excited that The Rock is coming back in a month.
Exactly.
Than a lot of other shit in wrestling today. I mean, you don't watch TNA that much, and obviously because maybe you're busy, but TNA is even doing a better job than WWE right now. Like, people who hate on TNA, like, there's some stuff TNA does that makes no sense or is stupid as hell, but they at least try to, like, at least give me what I'm looking for. They have continuity in their product. With the WWE, there's no continuity. It just feels so scatterbrained.
Yeah, I mean, because I watched maybe like 3 or 4 impacts leading up to Bound for Glory, and then maybe 3 or 4 after, and I was having a great time. I was like, I don't know why people talk so bad about this. This is really not that bad. It's like a lot of this is really entertaining.
Bobby Roode especially.
Yeah, I was like, all right, this is all right, and then I just kind of got off of it just more because I just wanted to watch the big thing. And then I don't know enough about people to like keep watching once it died down again.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the wrestling fans who tune in every year for WrestleMania.
Yeah. And it's like afterwards when all the big guys leave, it's like, okay, I don't know if I can really want to stay behind this all year and follow it. Like,
they watch one Raw, and then after watching one Raw, they just say, this is stupid, and then they turn off their TV.
Exactly.
Like, definitely The Rock will gain more interest for wrestling. That's kind of sad to think about. The Rock, possibly in his 3-month reign of being WWE champion, will probably get more fans into the product than CM Punk in his 365 plus days.
Exactly.
Like, that's what I find sad. I mean, it's not a knock on Punk. It's just like it's just how the WWE used him so wrongly. I mean, after that CM Punk segment he cut, all of a sudden he's being a baby face. He's not being the rebel that everyone thought he was going to be. It's just, I don't know what they're doing. Like, right now, like the TLC main event, it just seems too predictable. And of course, it's a TLC match, so that way Ryback has to climb a fucking ladder. So.
Ladder. I can just see it now. But no, I really think, like you said, it's more like it's not anything against CM Punk. It just like shows how big of a deal The Rock is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or any guy like that, for that matter, where you're looking and you're like, holy cow, this old guy hasn't done anything for whatever. He comes back and all of a sudden he's much like, who's someone that, and that's what's so crazy is like, I think all it takes is leaving, and then people kind of realize, oh man, that guy wasn't, like,
Batista. People miss Batista.
But when Batista was there was a lot of complaining.
Yeah, people were like, he can't wrestle, he can't do shit. But now it's like, man, I wish Batista was back. Yeah. It's like
Brock Lesnar.
Oh, Brock Lesnar. People complained about him, but
he came. I was excited too, but I mean, I always liked Brock Lesnar. But it's just like, I mean, like if Cena left for 5 months, or all of a sudden people are like, man, John Cena was the man. I miss that guy. Like, I just don't know, because that's the one thing. I am in an everlasting war with like wrestling fans because they don't know what the hell they want.
Yeah, exactly. They it's just like, what do you guys want? Like, you posted you posted the smartest thing on Twitter and Facebook was like, remember when people cared about Zack Ryder?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
It was all hype. It was all hype. It was, oh, we love Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder needs to get pushed. Zack Ryder gets pushed. Man, they're overusing this guy. I'm sick of Zack Ryder.
Exactly. It's like,
oh, CM Punk hasn't won a pay-per-view match in like a whole year. Let's big him up. CM Punk wins the title. Man, CM Punk's some bullshit. He's boring. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, stop it.
Speaking of boring, Sheamus Big Show.
Oh, don't. Do we have to?
Nope. Because this is the feud. Hey, fella, chair match. Okay, Sheamus.
I'm gonna break a chair. Oh, fella, you're gonna get your title taken from you. And he says,
I wonder if Dolph will finally cash in on this pay-per-view.
Oh, I hope so. Watch this. Here's my prediction. Big Show knocks out Sheamus. Gets the pin, but he's so tired that Dolph comes in and cashes in. Then later in the night, Cena wins the title from Dolph Ziggler in the last match at TLC. That's my prediction right now. Attitude of
justice has been served. John Cena is once again the world heavyweight champion.
That's my prediction, and I will mark out and be so happy just for
the internet would explode.
The internet would break. I feel like Twitter would break.
People would be like, "I'm taking a break from wrestling and not do it." Ugh.
It would be so funny. That's my prediction right now.
Well, pretty much right now, we can both say that our moods in professional wrestling, besides like maybe 2 or 3 things coming up, it's just not good, and they need to change this. But you know what is good this season?
What's that?
Football.
Yes, it is.
Oh God, college football, NFL. We'll get to the NBA, but NFL has just been NFL this season. I think last season was so crazy with Tim Tebow that this season's just kind of like, meh, it's good, but it's not like that great because there's nothing crazy happening. There's no like unleash Tim Tebow, let him go. It's like, oh my goodness, like there's something missing to that. So I don't know what's missing, but it just feels like something's missing to this NFL season to make it like phenomenal. But obviously you're liking this season, Falcons.
This is my favorite football season probably since, I don't know, 2008 was a good year because it was Matt Ryan's first year. It was coming off the 4-12 year, and so that was a great time. But this is probably the most fun I've had since like the Vic years, where they went to the NFC Championship with Michael Vick. Mm-hmm. Like this has been a great time to watch, especially because, well, all their games are close, but they're coming out on top. That's probably why it's such a good time. Like again, they win by 1 this week. Ugh.
Tampa Bay is a good squad. I was actually super high on Tampa Bay. Like ask anyone you know, I was like on Tampa Bay's dick, like fucking, like no crazy. But your Falcons are playing on Thursday Night Football against the New Orleans Saints, the hated rivals, the hated rivals.
So much.
And this is going to be a big game for you guys, a huge game actually.
It is. Especially with all the crap that happened, just 2 games ago, against the Saints in New Orleans, where, there was whatever, the Falcons were talking crap, and then and then Roddy White saying, "Oh, we gave them the game. They didn't do shit."
Yeah, I didn't like that from Roddy White. Like, come on, Roddy. If you're going to talk shit, back it up. And Curtis Lofton said something to me. He's like, "Oh, I don't think it's a rivalry." And it's like, when you look at the stats, like New Orleans has pretty much pooned Atlanta. They pretty much have made Atlanta their bitches. So I guess there is a point where it's not a rivalry, but maybe for the Falcons and Saints fans, it is a rivalry. Just throughout the NFL, I don't think it's like a huge rivalry.
Oh yeah, no. But my favorite part is that Curtis Lofton said that. It's like, yo, Curtis, you were on the fucking team for the last 6 of those games. I'm gonna do something about it. Help either. He's all of a sudden the Saints acting like he's been beating the Falcons for years. Like, oh, we should fuck their shit up.
He used to be with us, but what's your prediction for this game for the Falcons versus the Saints? Do you think the Saints will? It's in the Georgia Dome, so that should give.
That's literally the only reason I'm picking the Falcons is because I picked. Everyone was like, "Oh, the Saints suck this year." I picked the Saints to win in New Orleans.
Okay, so you chose the Saints to win in New Orleans.
Yeah, so I predicted the Falcons 1 loss just because for that reason. It's like, what's another thing I can't think of any other. I guess the Steelers and Ravens kind of, not so much now, but it's almost like no matter what the Saints are doing, no matter what the Falcons are doing, the Saints seem to always win. Whether the Falcons the Falcons are down and the Saints are undefeated, or they're both middle of the road, or like this year where the Falcons were undefeated and the Saints had a losing record, it's the Saints always win. So I was just like, you know what? The Saints are going to be so fired up. The Falcons, they're whatever, but I just didn't see it happening. But this game, I do think the Falcons back because they had so many chances to win the first game. The way I look at it is the Falcons made so many mistakes in New Orleans, and they still had a chance to win it at the end 3 different times. So I'm thinking, okay, correct some of those stupid things, keep doing what you're doing, and I think they should get a win. I think they will win.
I think the Falcons will win this game too. I actually chose the Falcons to beat the Saints mainly because I thought the Saints defense would suck. But then again, I forgot it was in the Superdome. And you know what's funny is how Roddy White hates New Orleans. Well, when you go to the Super Bowl, you're going to have to be in New Orleans. So have fun with that.
Yeah, if the Falcons make the Super Bowl this year, they are going to be booed tremendously.
Oh yeah, they're not going to have any fans. They will have fans, but they wouldn't have like a lot of fans.
That's what's good. If somehow and again, if you want me to go out on the honesty card, I think there's a couple. I'm not going to name names right now, but I think there's a couple teams better than the Falcons right now in the NFC. And
the 49ers.
Yeah, I would say 49ers, and I would say the Bears.
No, I think the Bears would get. I think the Bears will get exposed. I think the Bears would get exposed.
If Jay Cutler was playing the way he was early, now, hell no. But earlier in the season, that was the team I was scared of.
Oh yeah, because Cutler to Marshall, dude, that nightmare. That used to haunt my dreams. Well, now the Chargers are still haunting my dreams. Ray Rice on 4th and 29.
Oh my gosh, that was what happened there.
I don't know. And I don't blame Norv Turner for that because he was playing the right defense. I blame our defense for being stupid as hell.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with my Chargers. Let's just hope we draft some good offensive linemen or defense. I don't know. I don't know what's up with us.
I'm telling you right now, a team that not a lot of people are talking about, which is really surprising, and that's maybe because they're like 3rd or 4th in the conference. Right now, if I had to pick right now, Super Bowl winner, I'm picking the Patriots.
No.
That's what I'm doing.
Because the Patriots, the thing about the Patriots is you can never count them out. They're always that one team that always finds a way to win. They have Tom Brady. I think many people now are not talking about them. It's because Gronkowski's hurt, and he won't be back till Super Bowl. He won't be back till the Super Bowl. So who knows? But maybe that's why they're not talking about them. But our Sunday night game is nothing too special. Philadelphia at Dallas. Bleh.
Oh, do we have to watch it?
I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to watch it either.
Hey, you know what the game is next week? I think flex schedule. I actually think the flex schedule is kicking in, so maybe they could flex schedule this and maybe give us what other games could be available. Oh God, there's no other good game. Minnesota at Green Bay is the only other game I would say you flex schedule and put that in, or Seattle at Chicago. Oh, actually, I think they did flex schedule it, and Seattle at Chicago is the new Sunday night game.
Oh, that would be much better.
Yeah, I think they did because I remember when I was watching the game last night, they were talking about, we'll see you in Chicago, we'll see you in Seattle, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if the flex schedule kicked in, but really, to be honest, Philadelphia, Dallas, both teams are just such a mess. It's just Philadelphia, the whole, we're going to be a dynasty, and they end up being the biggest joke ever. I always said Philadelphia was overhyped, but Dallas, how are you guys this bad? Oh my goodness.
Remember opening night? Remember how good they looked when they destroyed the Giants? Romo was just throwing the ball everywhere. Opening Thursday, and everyone's like, wow, the Cowboys are for real. And then they went back to being the Cowboys. But for one night, there was hope in the land.
Yeah, there was hope. And then everyone thought, they're facing the Redskins. And RG3 was like, nope, not tonight, baby. RG3. He's probably... I don't think I know a soul or individual that, unless you're a Cowboys fan, that hates Robert Griffin III.
Right.
I mean, he is just such a fun player to watch, but who do you think's having a better rookie season? RG3, Doug Martin, or Andrew Luck. Which three of those rookies do you think is having the best season? Because they're all, like, remember the Colts, they're supposed to suck, but they're doing good.
They really are. I mean, Doug Martin has been, like, outlandish good. Like, he already has over 1,000 yards. I think he has, like, 9 touchdowns rushing.
Mm-hmm.
A game where he just said, hey, I'm about to go crazy time. Like, who's leading the league in rushing right now?
Adrian Peterson.
Peterson is? Oh, Peterson. That snuck up on people. Everyone was like, oh, I don't know if he's going to be able to get back. He said, oh, yeah? Boom, juke moves, spin, power, truck stick.
All day, every day. Adrian Peterson, baby. I mean,
I love Peterson.
He's such a fun player to watch. Like, it's just, like, ridiculous. Like, he could become one of my favorite running backs behind the one and only LaDainian Tomlinson.
Oh, absolutely. But if I had to pick one of them, I mean, it depends on what you're looking at, because I personally would say I like RG3 better, but I would say Luck just because of where the Colts were last year and the fact that they didn't really improve other than at that position. So it's like, what's different than, I mean, they lost Garcon, they lost Dallas Clark.
They lost Jeff Saturday. They lost Jeff Saturday.
They're 7-4, and you're like, really? Like, Reggie Wayne, the resurgence of Reggie Wayne. Beast again. It's so good to see.
Reggie Wayne is. I've always respected Reggie Wayne. He's a great wide receiver.
Catches already. Like, come on.
Speaking of receivers, Calvin Johnson, 638 yards away from breaking Jerry Rice's record. And I thought the Madden curse was in effect. I didn't know him going to break one of the greatest wide receivers, if not one of the best players of all time. Actually, NFL has him ranked #1 best player of all time. In Jerry Rice. I don't think there's no Madden curse for Megatron.
And what's so crazy is he has 4 touchdowns. Of all those yards, he has 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, he said something.
Give him the rock.
Yeah, Stafford has just been having a bad year. But what can you expect from a University of Georgia quarterback? Speaking of Georgia, Alabama. SEC championship. Winner takes on Notre Dame in the BCS title. But the sad thing is, and I think this is stupid as hell, but the sad thing is, the loser of this game won't even get a major bowl game. They won't be in a major bowl game. Florida will be in a major bowl game, but not Alabama or Georgia.
That's right. I forgot Florida was 4.
Yeah. So what is that all about? Why?
I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Because like it's the same thing for the Pac-12 championship. Stanford, if they win, they'll get a major bowl game. But if UCLA beats them, they won't get shit, and they beat Oregon. Like, what is up with that? Like, exactly. I don't understand. But Alabama and Georgia, who do you got? I mean, this is an interesting game because we know Alabama's weakness is a good quarterback, and Georgia has one in Aaron Murray.
Absolutely.
But
I'm much more looking forward to this game than the potential national championship, only because I hate Notre Dame. So I just want to let everybody know that no matter who wins this game, that is who I'm cheering for in the national championship game. Obviously, because my favorite team is 6-6 in the ACC. We're not going to talk about that, but so I have no SEC bias. I don't like or dislike anybody from the SEC. I see Alabama winning probably by, I would say, at least a touchdown. Maybe. I don't see them winning by more than 7. 7 or lower, but I see Alabama winning. And then I hope Alabama beats the shit out of Notre Dame.
Roll Tide, baby. And I am an Alabama fan since Sean Alexander was our running back. Yes, the great Seattle Seahawk, Sean Alexander. I fell in love with college football before the NFL. I didn't even know there was an NFL as a little kid. I thought that was only Saturday football. But Alabama, to me, I hope they can win. I really do. Georgia, the thing is scary is that Aaron Murray is just such a beast. Not to mention the fact that, like, I think Georgia could beat Notre Dame better than Alabama could. I think Georgia could literally destroy Notre Dame. I think Alabama could lose. But for my prediction, I'm actually going against my team, sadly. And it hurts me to say this, but I think Aaron Murray and his receiving core, which is not that great, but I think Aaron Murray could beat the Alabama Crimson Tide just because they've struggled against teams with good quarterbacks, but I'm hoping for an Alabama win. I'm hoping for Roll Tide to win, Nick Saban going on, beating Notre Dame and Manti Te'o and winning the BCS championship. But speaking of Manti Te'o, he's a Heisman Trophy candidate. Yeah?
He really is.
But also is Johnny Football.
Yeah, that's my pick right there. It was Colin Klein until they lost.
Optimus Klein. Optimus Klein. And which USC wide receiver is it? That's the good one. Marqise Lee it's him.
Badass. Marqise Lee is the dude that would be more towards the Heisman. But Robert Woods is a monster too.
I like Robert Woods. Woods. And
yeah, the numbers Marqise Lee is putting up, like,
he's like the Megatron of college football. That's what he is.
Oh, absolutely.
Did you watch USC Arizona?
Yeah, when he put up like 300 receiving yards.
That was just crazy. He was just like going, and he was catching like balls, triple cover, double cover. He was just a beast that game.
345 yards, I think. And it was just like, oh my goodness, it was ridiculous. And it's like, I mean, that game made all his other games look ridiculous because it was 345 yards. You don't see that. But, like, I think there was only 3 or 4 games where he didn't have at least 100 yards receiving. Like, and a lot of times he was the very high 100s, like almost a 200. It's just like, this guy's a monster.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe Marqise Lee is still a sophomore. I could be wrong. I think I always get Woods and Lee mixed up because they're both fucking beasts.
Oh yeah, Lee's a sophomore.
Yeah, Woods is the senior, right? Woods is a senior.
I think so. I mean, I know he's been around for a while, so I mean, I've heard his name a lot, but he's definitely nothing less than a junior. But in all likelihood, I think he's a senior. But I don't know 100%, so I wouldn't trust it. But I would say he's definitely he's not below a junior, but he might be a senior.
Yeah. So Marqise Lee, watch this kid next year, guys. He's going to be the wide receiver you want on your team. Like, Justin would probably want the Falcons maybe just to suck dick a little bit to get Marqise Lee, so that way you can have Julio Jones, Roddy White, and Marqise Lee.
That'd be ridiculous. It's like, because the last few receivers like him have been, I'd say, Blackman and Crabtree. I mean, when they came out, Crabtree was like, oh my God, you got to get up and get Crabtree. And then same with Blackman last year. Marqise Lee's the next one of those. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely with Marqise Lee. And then the other Heisman Trophy candidate is Kenyon Barner. Not D'Anthony Thomas, who many people thought was going to be the Heisman for Oregon. Kenyon Barner. Like, yeah, that kid's good. I like him.
He really is. Like, he really is. I mean, he had I think it was the USC game. He had fucking 300 yards rushing and 5 touchdowns. Like,
yeah, he had a crazy-ass game.
That's ridiculous.
Like, Kenyon Barner's good, but you said you're choosing Johnny Football, so why are you choosing Johnny Football? I like Johnny Football. I love Johnny Football. He's fun to watch.
I mean, I don't know if he'll get it, and the reason I say that is the F word. He's a freshman. We know.
Yeah.
He's a freshman. But, like, you look at what he's done this year. Like, who goes, like, at Alabama, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, you know, it's like he competed almost 80% of his passes, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, he runs for 92 yards against Alabama and wins in, you know, at Alabama. That's the game that did it for me. But, I mean, that's not the only game he did good. Yeah, but it's just like, and then
that's a game where you think of Heisman's. That's a game right there.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at it, he has, I don't know how, again, the stats aren't up, but it's somewhere in the 20s passing touchdowns, and he's got to have at least 20 rushing touchdowns. Like, he's 2020 right now. It's like young. It's like a littler Tebow.
Yeah, not to mention he's the first freshman ever to reach 3,000 passing yards and 1,000 rushing yards. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that Texas A&M, when they came into the SEC, you know what us SEC fans were saying? Oh, I can't wait till we play Mizzou. I can't wait till we play Texas A&M. They can't handle us, boy. They're going to get some wheel ball because, me being an SEC fan, and I'll admit it, we are fucking biased. We are fucking pricks. We are fucking assholes when it comes to it. I am not going to deny that. You will never, ever convince me that a Big 12, Big 10, Pac-12, Sun Belt Conference, ACC, whatever team could beat us. We will be that biased. So I will never ever go again. I'll never deny that I can be SEC biased till the day I die. But that's how we were. We were just saying, Mizzou can't handle us.
Oh, exactly.
Texas A&M can handle us, and Texas A&M, they've only lost 2 games.
Yeah,
2 games.
I think I know, and LSU and Florida, I think.
Yeah. No, Florida has 1 loss, and LSU has 2.
Yeah, that's not a bad. If you had to lose the 2, that's not a bad 2 to pick. Like, come on now.
Exactly. So to be honest,
especially when they have the win over Alabama and Arkansas. Like, Arkansas is nothing, but 58-10. I remember.
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, that was one of those games where it's like the first. Well, I mean, I guess Florida was pretty early in the year, so they might have played.
Florida, they were up, though. They were up against Florida. They were beating Florida, and then Florida came back to win. And LSU, they were dominating the first 3 quarters. And then, like Les Miles and LSU does, they find a way to pull some bullshit out of their ass.
Yeah, and that was really his only bad game was LSU. And again, if you're going to have a bad day, that's not,
That's not a bad team to have a go against,
Oh, not at all, because no one's going to think any less of you. Like, LSU, no joke.
Unless they're facing Alabama. Roll Tide.
Well, I know LSU just is going to have nightmares of Alabama for years to come.
Like, Nick Saban blows you out 21-0 in the national championship. Not to mention, we get a game-winning touchdown drive with our freshman TJ Yeldon. Oh, TJ Yeldon, I'm going to say this now. I think my love for TJ Yeldon can pass Sean Alexander's, Glenn Coffey's, Mark Ingram's, Trent Richardson's. Like, yes, I do love Glenn Coffey. As weird as that sounds, Glenn Coffey was entertaining.
He was the man.
He went to go on to be some Bible church person. Who cares?
He was on that Alabama team that lost to the University of Utah in the Sugar Bowl.
I remember that game. I remember it was just like, this was me. I'm like, oh, Utah. Like, I knew they were a good school, but I thought we were going to trounce them. We didn't.
Yeah, that's how I was here. I'm like, oh, man. And then the best part was we went on a trip to Atlanta to see the Falcons, and we happened to be there the day. I mean, we got there early, so the day before was the SEC championship game at the Georgia Dome.
Oh yeah, Florida versus Alabama. I remember that.
Alabama, yeah, Tebow's game.
Yeah.
And I was wearing some University of Utah stuff, and I went to a Hooters to watch the game. Alabama fans did not forget about the Sugar Bowl. Oh my God, Utah! It was so funny, but we were having a good time. I like Alabama fans. SEC fans, are real football fans. Those are people I want to hang out with because they know what the fuck they're talking about, and it's just a good time to hang out with them because they love football.
Yes.
Me too. We are, passionate about sports, and it's hard to find other people like that. SEC fans are like that. I had so much fun watching that game with those people.
Yeah, because they're just so passionate about. I love football. That's why I hate when people question my fanhood about Alabama. Or I hate when people question your fanhood about any team because it's just can you just accept that I don't question if you're a Yankees fan. I don't question if you're this fan. I don't care if you like a team, but if you have some knowledge, I'll believe you. I will call you a bandwagon and call you out if you're acting like a complete idiot about your team.
Yeah, exactly.
But. I hope Alabama can win, but I got Georgia. You got Alabama. Now let's dive on into the NBA. Your Miami Heat, they've been doing pretty good. I've been liking what I'm seeing out of them.
Yeah, LeBron James is ready. It's been ridiculous how good he's been playing. You had to feel it's not this is an aberration. He decided to get good at basketball this year. But it's just you knew after he finally won the title, he had the the gold medal year, and then he was going to come back just loose, relaxed, and just go crazy, and that's what he's been doing.
Yeah, dude.
But oh my goodness, and Wade's been hurt too, which was not a surprise. That seems to be the new thing. But Ray Allen,
like at first I was like, oh, I don't know if this is good. Like I knew it was going to be a good pickup, but at first I was like, I don't know, because Ray Allen's old. Ray Allen's just like, fuck, man, I'm happy. I'm on a championship team, raining threes for no reason.
Yeah, he had a game-winning 4-point play, 3. He had another game-winning 3 last week. It's like, I feel bad for Chris Bosh because I had a lot of Wade jerseys. I got LeBron's jersey right when he got here. I skipped Bosh, and I already have a Ray Allen jersey. So I'd like to formally apologize to Chris Bosh and the Bosh family. Someday I'll get your jersey, my friend.
Oh, because Chris Bosh has been playing like a beast this season.
He's led the team in scoring. Like, I think it's dead even with LeBron, if not like 1 or 2 more times this year.
Yeah, because like he's been doing good. Like I was like, because at first it's like, oh, the big 3, it's just going to be LeBron and Wade, and Bosh is just there to grab rebounds and do all this other bullshit.
That is kind of how it was the first year. But last year he got a lot more into it, especially in the playoffs. And now this year, he's averaging 20 and 8. Like, come on now. Like,
that's like what he would average if he was just on a team by himself.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you have your best player averaging 20 and 8, you're not going to be complaining at that. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think of it, but yeah, if that's the best player on your team, your superstar, he's getting you 20 and 8. Now take that and add another guy who has 25, 9, and 7. Like, you got something working there. Like,
yeah, it definitely.
You have averaging 20 and 8, and then all of a sudden you have LeBron James who's averaging 25, 9, and 7, and then Dwayne Wade in limited time. He's low right now, but he'll be back up to the 20s in points and about 25 and 5, and you're like, oh shit. And you got Ray Allen off the bench, and
Mario Chalmers, Shane Battier, Mike Miller.
And the Knicks realized they're not that good and started losing a lot, and Miami's back at first, so that's a great time.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with the Knicks there, but speaking of teams that are losing with superstars, what is up with my Timberwolves? We get Kevin Love back, and we can't win a damn game.
No, I can't believe Kevin Love comes back, and I'm like, he'll probably ease into it. No. He said, give me every damn rebound that was ever available.
Yep.
He said, boom, between the glass, boom, threes, boom, between the... Oh, assist? You want some? He said, I'm going to be Ricky Rubio tonight. And he was everywhere. And they still lost. I'm like, how do you do that?
It's just like, to me, like, Brandon Roy, like, I love the guy. It's just, what is up with him, man? Like, he's not playing the best ball. And you know what I really think is the reason why the Timberwolves aren't winning? You know how much I was pissed off about this trade. But now, all of a sudden, this guy was like, one of the things that made me love the Timberwolves, Chase fucking Budinger. Like,
oh, yeah.
What the fuck? At first, I'm like, why are we trading our draft pick for Chase Budinger? Like, that made no sense to me. And then I see this guy, and I'm like, I didn't know he could ball like this. I didn't know we were winning basketball games against, like, the Brooklyn Nets and other good teams, with our final 5 being J.J. Barea, Alexei Shved, Chase Budinger, Dante Cunningham, and Nikolai Pekovic. That was our final 5s on the court.
Yeah.
Like, what? How are you winning games with those 5? Like, okay, J.J. Barea makes sense. Alexei Shved is a rookie. Chase Budinger, you didn't really expect that. But Dante Cunningham, who?
Right.
Like, we were winning games like that. And I just think that Chase Budinger, once he comes back, will be a better team. And we all know what the Spaniard can do. We all know what Ricky Rubio can do when he's back.
I think really the only problem with the T-Wolves is that, I mean, the only thing that could be bad is that they get too far down. Because once they get people back, they're good.
Yeah.
They're set. Like, but it's just the fact of trying not to get too far down to where it's like an unreal climb back once they get healthy. But, the T-Wolves, when everyone gets healthy again, or at least the people that are going to get healthy, I don't know about Brandon Roy, but
I don't know about Brandon Roy.
Scheduled to come back, like, they'll be fine, I think.
All I gotta say is, I love you, AK-47. Fuck the Utah Jazz. I'm glad you came to us. You hate the Utah Jazz, and we're gonna end the podcast talking about Justin's hate for the Utah Jazz. What is your hate about the Utah Jazz?
It's just the fact that it's more the fans than anything else. And the ownership. We have, and I say we not as a Jazz fan. I'm just saying like the entire state seem to be the most racist people in the world. You look at the old Jazz rosters. It's like there's like 9 white guys in the league, and the Jazz just happen to have 7 of them. Like that's ridiculous. Like I hated that. And then, but the biggest thing is the Jazz fans. Oh my lord. We have the best roster I've ever seen. Derek Williams is the 3rd best player of all time. What the fuck are you talking about? Just talk and talk and talk. And then finally, I love going to Jazz games because I just talk shit. My favorite moment is when we're sitting there, and this little like 6-year-old kid is in the row before me. And he's looking up because the Jazz are like unveiling these banners, like, oh, the champions of the division championship banner. And the little kid's like, where's the NBA championship trophy? And I said, they're in Chicago, little buddy. Don't you say that to my son. And I was just like laughing my ass off, like, little buddy, you have some stories to learn, my friend. Just that look on that dad's face. So you did not just say they're in Chicago. Like he was so pissed. It was so funny. But it's just the Jazz fans. They think every year they're gonna win the finals, and it's like, okay, that's cool. You think you're cool, but then it's like March and they're like the 9 seed, and they're like, oh, we're still about to win the finals. Kobe sucks. I'm like, no.
I don't even know what they're doing in Utah. I know their starters are Mo Williams. Yeah, he was only good because of LeBron. I hope people know that. Gordon Hayward, who is their best, in my personal opinion, the best player on the Jazz. Paul Millsap, who is playing small forward. What?
Something like that, yeah. Then Al Jefferson.
And Derek Favors. Okay, first off, I have a problem with Al Jefferson. You should know. Everyone should know, being a Timberwolves fan, what this fucker did. Well, I ain't going to play games. I'm just going to drink at strip clubs and bars. Like, fuck you, Al Jefferson. No one likes you. But I'm pretty sure some Jazz fans like you. But still, fuck you. Should have stayed with us, bitch. But I don't know what's wrong with the Utah Jazz. And one last note, Mike D'Antoni, good or bad for the Lakers?
Good for the Lakers, bad for Dwight Howard. No, Dwight Howard's actually been doing all right. I mean, Dwight Howard's like mobile enough, and he can actually run to where it's not like Shaq in the. And from what I've seen, it's not the full blown Phoenix D'Antoni system. He's smart enough to say, okay, I have to like swallow my pride here and realize that my old system, I do not have the personnel for it, and B, didn't work that well anyways. So he's like, from what I've seen and what he's talking about, what his like ideal goal is, I think they're going to be fine. And that's what I'm scared of, is because I was so happy when they were losing. But now they're starting to figure it out, and Dwight Howard's starting to play well, and Kobe's Kobe, and it's like, oh, crap. So I think, if nothing else, I think it's just like what they were running under Mike Brown. And why anyone thinks Mike Brown is a good coach. Like, let me tell you something. Okay, LeBron, I'm going to give you the ball at the top of the key. Everyone else can get the fuck out of the way, and you're going to make a play. Like, that's coach of the year right there. Let's sign that guy up. Like, why people thought that he was such a good coach, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't understand either. And not to mention, I mean, the dude had LeBron James and Kobe. Like, what coach is great enough to have LeBron James and Kobe Bryant and still not win an NBA trophy?
Exactly.
I think it's a good sign for the Lakers. Laker fans, just so you know, Bill Jackson's dumbass would have came back. I would have been against you. I would have been booing you. I would have said no, because I love Bill Jackson, but that dude is just in it for the reins, okay? That dude's in it for the reins. But that's it for today's podcast. We will see you all next time. Justin, do you have any final words?
Bananas.
Bananas.
That's really all.
Bananas it is. See ya.